Hello everybody, this is Debbie from Stamps and Stuff, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of beautiful Lake Havasu City, Arizona, the American home of the London Bridge. So we are a great community to raise a family, wonderful, beautiful winters that we have, but the summers kind of separate the men from the boys since we have plenty of hot weather, and we are most often the hot spot of the nation in the summertime. So anyway, but let me kind of get going here. First of all, if you like this video, I would appreciate it if you would like, share, comment, and subscribe. All four of those actions get you into the drawing, and we have a drawing at the first of the month and then at each goal that I'm making. And I'm now over 700 subscribers, and I'm heading for 1,000, and then we're going to have another drawing for that also. Now, each option that you do, whether it be a like, share, comment, or subscribe, get you in for one ticket. So if you do all four, you get in for four. And also those that are already subscribed, in that comment, put, like, shared also in there, because I'll know you have a comment, but I'll put you in for the four every time for that, even though you already have subscribed. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all the wonderful comments and support I've gotten. It just really makes my heart happy, and it really is humbling, and I appreciate so much everybody's kind words and support for my new channel. So also, if I have gotten some emails off the website that people can't comment, you have to be signed into your Google account, and that's a YouTube restriction. They need to have you signed in, and that's if you have a Google email, that's your Gmail account. So anyway, for that. Also, all orders over $35 before shipping and handling and tax will receive a free gift from me. So using it, that you have to use the host code, and this month is 222FQV4. That's the host code for March. So if you use that, it comes through and I get notified. Also, please make sure when you put in an order, when you hit the don't contact portion of it, then I can't send you, I can't communicate with you, I can't send you a free gift or anything. So make sure you don't hit that portion if you want the freebie on your order. So also, I have got my online classes to go, and I have extended the deadline because I've had so much going on and I haven't been able to really get it out there. This is the online class to go for this month, and it has 3 different designs. This one is a stand-up card. 3 different designs, 6 cards. So there are 4 ways you can get it. You can get it as a PDF and video only. Now, the online classes do not go on the public domains or the social medias. So they are all private classes, and they have private links. So we have the PDF and the tutorial available for those that want it. We have my team members get this class free, and so there's an option for that. And then if you have the stamp set but you just want the cardstock kit and everything, that's one price. And then if you want the whole shebang, that's another. So you can go to my website, stampsandstuff.org, hit contact, let me know, and I will shoot you out this information sheet that tells you exactly what is in it. Tells you things like when I ship the DSP, I do cut it in 4 by 6 sections, and any ribbons are a full bolt, any sequins or things like that, or a full pack. And there's some options that you get the free sequins, and one you get the free cardstock kit. So anyway, just email me. I will shoot you that out, and I bill you via PayPal on that. Okay, now as far as today's class, we are going to be doing this card right here. Now this is kind of Forever Fern meets the butterflies. So this is the stamp set, and these are the dies, and this is in the annual catalog. Great set, one of my favorites, one of my absolute favorites. So we will be using that. And then we will be using the Butterfly Brilliance dies. And look at these dies. These are great. And then here is other dies. And I want to show you this. This is the DSP that goes with the butterflies. Now these dies, look at that. They will cut that right out. And then also, just a tip, if you are using this, cut these out too, because oftentimes you can place them on a card on the edge, and believe me, I wish I'd have brought my sample over. It just, when you have images going off the edge, that really adds interest. So, okay, put these over to the side, and we will also be using the Stitch So Sweetly. This is another one of my favorites. It's kind of a go-to die set. Okay. Oh, 6 minutes. Okay, anyway. I will get on to class now. Also, as with all of my video classes and tutorials, I have the PDF that goes on the website. Now, I have to have time after. I was unable to get it done before this live, so I will try and do my best to get it sometime this evening or tonight. But I do have one of my downline is having a workshop at my studio tonight, so we're going to be kind of busy. But I will do my best to get that up today. Tomorrow I have testing at the hospital, and Thursday I have class. So anyway, I'm jammed, but I will do my best to get it up as soon as possible. But this is what the tutorials look like. You get the pictures inside and out usually of the card. You get your measurements and some limited instructions there. It depends how many instructions. It depends on the card, and it depends on the video too. Most of the time, as far as assembly, just watch the video. And my video, after this is done, I do put it up on my blog, so it will always be archived, so you can come back and revisit it. So anyway, then you have the measurements and your instructions, and then you have a full supply list, so you know what to get. So anyway, and these are my gift to you, but realize the video is the easy part of this equation. It is, I'm having to learn all about search engine optimization. You have to phrase things right before the search engines like them. You have to have certain components, whether using active, you have to use active language versus passive language, and all kinds of things to get those happy faces on the SEO scores. So, and I don't like a post to go up until I have those both green smiley faces, both on readability and search engine optimization, because if I don't get those blocks in place, then when everybody searches or the search engines are looking, they won't pick up on my information. So there we have it. Let's get going here. All righty. And I have done some things ahead of time. I have cut my butterfly, and we'll put this here. All righty. Now the first thing I'm going to do, now this is the card we are doing. And I do like to show it at first. That way you know what we're doing. I hate to watch a video to have to watch clear to the end to see, you know, the card, because my time and your time is valuable. And so if it's not your thing, I want you to be able to know that right up front, so you don't, I'm not wasting your time. So anyway, I am going to put this gold strip in here with the this gilded leafing. Neat project. Neat. I remember years ago, I used to own my own rubber stamp scrapbooking store. We used to have this, and in fact, I still have bottles of mine. So this will last you probably through the millennium. So anyway, there it is, very concentrated in there, and so as you pull it out, it kind of fluffs up. So what I did is I have a piece of Terran tape there along the edge, and what I did is I embossed, oh, I don't have my embossing folder. It will be in the supply list, but it's the one, it's the smaller embossing folder made for the mini die cut machine, and it has the leaves on the front and back, and so I want to put this gold edging. So what I'm going to do here, see these? Whoa! And after you're done, you always want to save your bits and everything, because it's very usable. Now with this, I don't have much of a problem with it. I know a lot of people, if I were to take this and all of a sudden go whoosh and swing my chair around, these are so light they would go whoosh. So that you don't want to make any really fast moves. So okay, what I'm going to do here is I am just going to put this over the top of the tape. And actually your tapes, and now I do have a video going through, I think, about 21 different ways of using this. Your mono liquid glue is the ticket with this. You want to put this on wherever you want your gilding to stick, and then let it dry, because it tacks up. So you want to let it dry, and then we'll show you what to do. But and your tapes, double stick tape, your Terran tape, your, you know, anything like that is really good. So I'm going to kind of put this all in across here like this. And I have a this is a stencil brush, and so I kind of brush off the edge. And I take a little extra care on the edge to make sure that I'm getting it, I don't have tailings kind of hanging off on the edge. I want that straight line to show up. Okay, now I am going to move this over here, and I'm going to put the top on this. All right, and what I always have done, have done it for years. I take a soft cloth. Now this is a microfiber cloth. You can get them at Walmart or whatever. They come in packs of 10 for, you know, just a couple bucks. But I buff mine up, because you will get more gloss if you kind of buff it. Now I'm just lightly going over it. And there you have it. So it really is an easy product to use. And I'm going to set this back over here so I don't have any flyaways. Alrighty. Now, on my inside, get myself organized here, I am going to take my shaded spruce, because the shaded spruce is really almost the same color as the mint macaron. They both, have that blue tone to it. Okay, now then I am going to stamp "To a Friend That Makes Me Smile" on the inside. And with this stamp, you wouldn't have to have this because it has the cushion in it. Can you see that? There's a cushion in there. But, okay, now I'm going to stamp kind of in between right over here. And always on the videos, it's a little harder. I tend to get things a little cattywampus because I cannot generally get right over the top of it because of all the cameras and everything. Okay, and then with this, and always when you have stitching around the edges, there is a front side and a back side, and you'll be able to tell. Let me see if I can get that up to the camera to see. Can you see the stitching on there? It's much more defined on the right side. Okay, and now I am going to put "Hello" right here. I'm going to put it a little bit over to the right. Now with my mint macaron, I am going to stamp this, and then I am going to stamp off because I want a really light image right there. So that is second generation stamping. This being the first generation, which is, see, a little darker. So you can see that this one is lighter. So it just gives the effect of the leaves kind of in the background. Okay. Whoop, I might as well do my envelope too. And I'm going to do this with mint macaron, and I'm going to do 2 generations. I am going to do first generation there, move it up, and do second generation there. And what that does is that gives you the sense that one's up front and one's kind of in the background, where if they were both the same, it just wouldn't have the same effect. Okay, so we have our envelope. We don't want any naked envelopes. And again, I will have all the measurements on my website for the tutorial. Now, when you score, there's a lot of controversy. And the paper companies, we used to have a store and we bought lots of paper. Paper companies always told us you fold away from the score, not into the fold. You score, and I've seen lots of people out there with videos, but this is what you learn, especially when you get to heavier papers and some that are not maybe as good a quality, they tend to crack, is because possibly you are folding the wrong way. And the reason we score is to be able to stretch those fibers so that you can bend it and then have a totally smooth edge along the top, rather than, there's nothing worse than having a nice card, spending time and money on that card, and then having it look kind of crummy because it cracked. All right. Now this, I took the piece off of here, which is actually just a regular card folded in half. Then I cut this off and cut it down, and then I put it in the textured embossing folder. It's over at my embossing station. Someday I'll get it together and get everything here for you, huh? Alrighty. Now, with this, I'm going to put this in now so that I can get a gauge on how all my framing's gonna go. Whoop. You know what I did? I stamped this. And I don't edit my videos. When I make a mistake, you see it. Now, with this one, I put the gold on this side, and this one is going to be on this side, because this is a small embossing folder. It only goes part way, and I wanted to bring that gold from the front. But this will be pretty also with the gold along the edge. So take that into consideration when you set your card up, that you want to make sure you have it right. Okay. Now I'm not worried about the glue showing through here. Now also, as far as paper, and I should have used it, these cling adhesive sheets, if you use them, it doesn't show behind your vellum. So that's a tip. That was kind of, I think, an unintended consequence. These were used to put on our stamps so that they will cling better to the acrylic blocks. If you have a red rubber or something that you've pulled off the mount. Okay, now then, I'm going to put this on my front panel here. And then I am going to get my dimensionals. Oop, I think I have my dimensionals. I got projects going on all over. Okay, I'm going to use these, and these are a great thing too. You can use them as a dimensional. Foam adhesive sheets, you can cut them, like when I'm doing strips, you can cut them if you need a bigger panel. It's just basically the same. It's the same, only different, I guess. But it's the same as a dimensional, only it is not cut in pieces. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to cut this down. A little bit bigger than a dimensional. Okay, then I'm going to put this right in the center there. Now also, you see in here I have these, and they came with the Forever Fern suite. And I've seen a lot of comments that, let me see if I can get one and show you, that there's a film on it. And that happens as they are laser cutting it. It's part of the process. But if you take a little bit of like hand sanitizer, and kind of rub it into your cloth, and then you can take like these. I notice it, you probably won't see it in the camera, but there's a little bit of a film around it. So you just take this and you just lightly wipe it off. Make sure you go according to how the fern goes, or you will tear it. And then all of that film comes off it. So I remembered that as I wiped these down before I went to use them. So that's just a little tip with those. It's just a film that gets on there, but that comes off. And the reason we use alcohol a lot of times, I know there's a lot of argument on social media whether to use 91% alcohol versus 70%. And the reason why, and I know I learned this from Tim Holtz. His sister used to live in Havasu, so we had a little bit of a connection there. But the higher the alcohol content, the quicker it dissipates. And so on paper, if you notice watercolor paper, if you spray it down on one side, it will bow up. So what you want to do is you want to spray it on both sides, and then it'll lay flat. But if you are spritzing and doing things, the higher the alcohol content, the quicker the liquid dissipates, and also your panels will always stay flat when you're using alcohol versus water. So it's just the higher content thing. Okay, now I have one of these that I cut out of the Forever Fern dies, and I am going to snip this edge off here. Let me bring in my silicone craft sheet, and I always keep this one that I use to when I glue things. I always keep this kind of just stuck to it, so it's there and ready to go. And it forms a little bit of a skin on it, and that's okay. Now, I'm not going to use that with this. I just want to dip kind of the tip in here, and I'm going to put this, say, right about there. And then this, I want to clip this off so I can get them in farther. So I am going to just take this, put that there. And I like them to be free-flowing on the edges. If you like to have everything totally stabilized, you can feel free to glue the whole thing. Okay. Now then, I'm going to clip this off. And I'm going to slip this kind of right in between the two. And I'm going to take this and clip the edge off also right where they come together. I'm going to lift this up. I've got that, no, I'm going to separate them so that I can get them in farther. What's hindering me is my foam underneath. Clip this here. Never knew that stamping required surgery. Okay, now I am going to put this, I am going to take some of my black dimensionals, and I'm going to cut just a little strip off of the edge here to put on my butterfly. Whoop. I want to put this on the other side. You also can tell on a die cut the front side and the back side. The front side's going to have a rounded edge, where the back side is, the edge is going to flip up more. Cut this edge off. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to take my bone folder and I want to lightly curl these edges. What I'm doing is I'm putting my finger right there with the paper in between, and I'm just letting my bone folder kind of roll off that edge so that that gives them dimension rather than just being flat. The only things that are flat are things that have got run over. Okay, so I'm going to put this right about here. And then I'll get my little handy dandy bow jig. And these, I have had lots of response on these, wanting them. And we've sold all the ones we have, but Tim's in the process of making some more. But these bow jigs are pretty handy. Look at this. Now those shoes are pretty small. Can you see? There's a bow. That bow was tied with the bow jig, and it was just set on that. And it's very easy. So pretty cool thing. If you're interested in one, he will be making some more, and you can contact me off the website. Just put Debbie and the @ stampsandstuff.org, and you can contact me if you'd like one. Now I'm going to do a double bow on this. You want to cross it like, you know, the breast cancer symbol, but on the bottom, the ribbon that's on the bottom underneath, you want to go up and over. Think of it as a goal post, and you're kicking a field goal. Go up over the goal post, in between, bring it back, and just tie this. And you can do double, triple, whatever you'd like to do on this. You would just, if you wanted to do one with, I wanted 2 tails. If you just wanted one, you would just merely wrap it around like this and tie it. And you can wrap it around as many times, make the bow as big as you want to, whatever, but it is a nifty little deal. Okay, so I'm going to get my little bow here. I should have straightened it. Normally I straighten it while it's on the jig. I pull the tails so that they are where I want them. Then I put this on here. And then I'm going to cut and usually 8 inches if you're tying just a regular bow for a card. Now I do, you know, triple and quadruple bows that, let me see, hang on just a second. These bows are triple bows. Now they're just in a drawer, so they get kind of mushed up. You have to kind of straighten them out and everything. But you can get double, triple bows and everything, and they really, with a jig, it really makes it so much easier. Okay, now this little bow, I'm going to take this off, and I am going to place it right there. Of course, we have to now also with these cards that have now a lot of dimension, I do send them in the presentation boxes, and you can get them through my online store. So the card just slips in, and then I have just a sheet in the back that, or in the front, that has my address and who it's going to. And that way, if you put packing tape on this side and this side, they really are very sturdy. Or you can mail them in a bubble wrap or the regular envelope. This one would go pretty good because it's there's nothing that really would get squished too badly. So anyway, there is the card, and there is the envelope here, and this is the difference. So when you make the card, in fact, now that I see this like this, I like it on this side. So whatever floats your boat, like I always tell everybody in class, this is your project and you are the artiste. So you make your changes, do it the same, whatever. So I hope you enjoy this project, and if you need any of the supplies, please visit my online store for that. Don't forget the host code. Make sure you get a free gift from me. And I think that's about it. So we will see you later, and give me some time now to get these up on the PDF. I will do my best to get it up there today, because I know the rest of the week is stacked out really. It's kind of jammed together. But I don't want to not show up on Tuesdays and Fridays. I want to try and get my rhythm so that I am consistent on those days. And then when I get the ability to have and see comments live, then I will be able to have a certain time on Tuesday and Friday. Also, in your comments, now we are Mountain Time, Arizona Mountain Time, I think, yes. Anyway, it is, I don't have a watch, I don't have a clock here now. But if you like, well, just say morning, afternoon, evening, as far as for videos. Just let me know what's the best time for you if you're really interested in watching it live versus on the replay. So anyway, I appreciate you. I appreciate so much your support that you have given me, and it really means a lot. Also, on the Butterfly Brilliance, and any orders going in tomorrow, which is the 17th of March 2021, Stampin' Up! Has a free shipping day. So everything you order tomorrow is free shipping. So that helps. I mean, that's like saving 10%. So anyway, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you on Friday. Thank you.